Well, good morning, everyone. And once again, welcome to another live. Hope you're having a great day. And we always appreciate you guys coming on with us. And we thank you so much for your continued support. And we really appreciate it. Now, Brahim, you're numero uno today. And Kevin, good morning. Mike, and I miss Rosalinda back there, I think. Andrea, Niagara Falls. I don't like to miss anybody from Niagara. Gloria, good morning. Carol, West Virginia. Oh, Carol, how I want to sing. Olive from Oregon. Paulina, Tirana, Wendy, Markham, Diane, Thunder Bay, good morning. Mary, good morning to you. Marnie, Mississauga. Linda, Pennsylvania, good morning. Marlene, good morning to you. Nellie, good morning. And Edith, Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Jocelyn from Baxter. Betty Lynn, good morning. Lori and Ryan, Sarasota. Robin, Naples, Florida. And someone I just missed, Jeanette, good morning. Heidi, Unionville. Elizabeth, and good morning. John, how are you? Jane, Adeline. Hate missing anybody, but sometimes I'd scroll. Thea, Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan. Natalia, Toronto. Donna, Bell Valley. Annette, Nouveau Brunswick, bonjour. Wanda, Virginia. Carol, Wheatley, Dale. And Meta. And Alain. Okay, Linda, St. Jude, Quebec. Blanche, Newfoundland. We appreciate you guys. Donna from Park Hill. Chantal, good morning. Sue, Bolton. Couple more and we'll get going. Lori, Peterborough. Cynthia, good morning. Chantal, Ottawa, bonjour. Yolande, bonjour. Linda, appreciate the podcast yesterday. And on autism, Debbie, Veronica, Cosmina from Vancouver, Dave from Muskoka, Karen, Kincardine, Leo, Bowmanville, 2 weeks into the reset. Well, we're going to talk about that this morning. Jane, Cecilia, and Jeanette. Guys, thanks for coming on. Brenda from Campbell River, British Columbia. Okay. I got to go over this again because Oxford University just came out with a study and says, okay, let me just read what the study says. Seed oils are disaster for cognitive health. Okay? Now, when you do the reset, a 30-day program, okay? And I talk about it all the time, and I think it's for everyone. Take 30 days. Didn't say it was going to be easy, but it's certainly worthwhile. Oxford University is saying that seed oils really contribute to cognitive decline. So you got two whammos that really destroy your body. You got sugar, honey, and you got seed oils. Those bad oils. Okay? So it's really important when you take a 30-day program like the Reset and you're getting rid of those two things. My friend, it is unbelievable You're not having any seed oils, and you're not having any sugar. And that, my friend, will be unreal for you. Okay? Why? Let's talk about that. Okay? Now, here's something that I said in the last couple of weeks. And I just sort of I liked it, so I'm going to say it again. Every dentist in the world knows this. Sugar causes cavities. Sugar rots your teeth. Okay? Every dentist. I heard that as a kid. Sugar will rot your teeth. Okay, you better brush your teeth. And he didn't tell me to cut back on sugar. My dentist told me as a kid, you better brush your teeth to get rid of that sugar in your mouth, because it'll rot your teeth. Okay. So every dentist knows that. But here's what's really important. Okay? Here's what's really important. Sugar rots everything. Okay? Sugar rots everything. Sugar rots teeth, but sugar will rot your gut because it will feed the bears in your gut. It will feed yeast, and yeast needs sugar to grow. Okay? Yeast needs sugar to grow. So sugar will rot your gut. I've talked to you time and time again about how your stomach, let's start with the upper GI, your stomach. Your stomach was meant to eat meat. That's why human beings, okay, hello, that's us, we have a certain pH in our stomach. Sugar changes the pH in your stomach. You're not meant to live on sugar. You're not meant to live on carbs. Okay? Your body, it's use it or lose it when it comes to your stomach. Your acidity in your stomach will rise. Okay, let me just say that. Your pH in your stomach will rise if you insist on eating the wrong food. Sugar will destroy your stomach. Okay? Sugar will destroy your stomach. And it starts the process when you're a carbaholic and you're not eating enough meat. Your pH goes up. You don't want your pH to go up in your stomach. You don't want to be alkaline in your stomach. You want your stomach to be a furnace. And people don't realize it. They get on the reset and they can't get over how their acid reflux gets better. Because you're not having any sugar. And you're cutting you're not even having any carbs. I'm not saying there's no good carbs. But let's talk about what your body needs. Your body's building blocks are protein and fat. Carbs are for energy to be used right away. Okay? So, can you live without carbs? Absolutely you can. Does your brain need carbs? Absolutely it does not. That is all just from the food industry. You need carbs. Your body can't live without carbs. And don't listen to Dr. Martin or anybody else that tells you you don't need carbs. I'm not saying you're not going to eat carbs. What I am saying is your body doesn't need carbs. There's a big difference between what your body needs and what it doesn't need. You don't need any carbs for your body. You need protein. You need fat. Why do you think I talk about the animal kingdom all the time? You're meant to eat it. Your stomach, your gallbladder, bile, emulsify fat, absorb fat. Okay? And that's why a lot of people lose their gallbladders. They don't use it. Use it or lose it. But even your stomach, it's not like your stomach will go away. But your stomach won't work properly if you feed it the wrong food. It's meant to eat fat and protein. Meat. Red meat. Okay? Now, so stomach will rot your teeth. Sorry. Sugar will rot your teeth. Sugar will rot your stomach. Sugar will give you a huge problem in what we call SIFO. Now, small intestine fungal overgrowth. Now, medicine calls it small intestine bacterial overgrowth. Well, I beg to disagree. It's not a bacteria. There's bacteria there. There's no doubt about that. But that's not the problem. The underlying problem, and I talked to you about this yesterday, is an overgrowth of that third invasive army, fungus. It overgrows, especially in the small intestine where you have, the shag carpet. At least you're supposed to have a shag carpet. Sugar will destroy this because it will feed yeast, fungus. Man, doctors are poorly trained in fungal infections. They just don't think of it. They don't think of it. They miss it because they're so used to dealing with bacteria and viruses. They don't think of it. And then, of course, I talked about it yesterday, the overuse of antibiotics. But let's just stick to food today. When you eat the wrong food, the average North American consumes around 200 pounds of sugar a year. Your body was never made for that. Your body was never made for that. Your anatomy. Okay? It wasn't made for sugar. Okay? Now, a little bit of sugar ain't going to kill you. But if you understand that, that's why the reset is so effective in so many ways. Now, I created the reset to get rid of insulin resistance. And it does that. Measurably, we can get rid of insulin resistance. But the key is when you eliminate sugar, because that destroys sugar. Okay? Sugar destroys your mouth, teeth. Sugar destroys your gut, both small, your stomach, your small intestine, and your large intestine. Sugar destroys your joints through a process called glycation. Sugar destroys that. Sugar latches on and into your joints and destroys your joints. Sugar destroys your brain. Why do we always talk about type 3 diabetes, which is Alzheimer's? It's sugar, man. And I know there's seed oils, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But all seed oils turn to sugar rapidly too. They're crappy carbs. You get a double whammo. Sugar destroys your joints. Sugar destroys your nerves. Neurology, nerves. Sugar has an impact on that. That's why even with autoimmune, like MS, and Parkinson's. Like, you're not reversing it by getting rid of sugar, but you're helping. You're helping. Why do you think diabetics, think about this for a minute, how come diabetics get neuropathy? Why is it so common? Neuropathy. Because sugar destroys blood vessels. And blood vessels feed nerves. Your nerves can't work properly. Okay, that's why diabetics, okay, you know they got trouble with blood sugar, right? It destroys their nerve endings. Why? It starts with blood supply. That's why eyes. Sugar destroys your eyes. Why? It destroys blood vessels. Your eyeballs are all about blood vessels. It's circulation. Sugar, my friend, will destroy your skin. It will. It will oxidize your skin. You will age prematurely. It's like smoking. It's very hard on your skin. And by the way, whenever someone gets eczema or psoriasis or whatever, we all know it comes from the gut. Gut-skin connection, big time. But most of the time on the skin, what you see, those rashes, they're fungal. They're fungal. You fix the gut and then you lay off the sugar and you don't feed those bears on the skin and your skin improves. Here's another one, lungs. You know, and a lot of, I get it, okay, because a lot of people have trouble with dairy, okay? A lot of people have trouble with dairy. Not so much cheese, but milk. And the milk industry, I love them. I do. I'm the farmer's best friend, okay? I always tell people. I was talking to a farmer on the weekend. Don't you just love me? Because I'm always talking about the farm. Right? Yeah, we love you, Dr. Martin. Well, why do you talk about milk? Well, I said, I love milk if you got a cow in your backyard. Okay? You got a cow in your backyard? I love milk. That's what milk should be. It's more like cream. But what did they do to milk? They take the fat out of milk. Huge mistake. And what do you got? What do you got left? White Pepsi. It's too sweet. That's why, that's one of the reasons, why there's so much lactose intolerance. Because milk was never meant to be sweet. It was supposed to be fat and protein. Dairy, fat and protein. Almost no carb. But we think we're smarter than everybody else. You know, man thinks they're smarter than God. So what do? They denature stuff. Imagine taking milk and changing it. Well, fat makes you fat. And fat gives you cholesterol. And fat is no good for you. Look at all that fat. So everybody went fat-free. And how did that work out for us? Not well. Not well. Yeah, but we got rid of the fat. But fat don't clog your arteries. Okay? Fat turns to oil. It lubricates. Unless it's a bad fat. Taking Crisco, Procter & Gamble, I'm naming names. But guys, think of it. Is there an area in your body that's not affected? Let me give you another one. Lungs. Your lungs. Sugar destroys your lungs. Like smoking. Yeah. You combine sugar with seed oils and your lungs are in deep trouble. Okay? And, it's incredible. Because it oxidizes. It ages. It ages those little sponges in your lungs. You lose elasticity in your lungs. It's like smoking. It's not good. It's not good. Sugar rots your teeth, your brain, your stomach, your heart, your nerves. Heart. Cardiologists blamed salt for blood pressure. All these years, still today. Oh, you better be on a low salt diet. Well, first of all, that doesn't help. I wish it did, but it don't. It doesn't help blood pressure. You can get off all the salt in the world. My generation and my parents' generation especially. Okay? My parents' generation, my generation, man, we went fat-free and salt-free. And we took it hook, line, and sinker. It doesn't help. Get rid of all the salt in the world. That's not going to help your heart. Because that's not the problem. It's looking for love in all the wrong places. It's not salt. It's sugar. It's sugar. Sugar destroys your blood vessels. Sugar, remember, your kidneys are blood supply. Just like your eyes. It's all blood supply. And sugar takes a direct aim at your kidneys. And it causes an imbalance there. And the kidneys, they're holding on. Okay? They're holding on. They create an imbalance of sodium. And, it's the sugar, man. It's not the sodium. It really isn't. The only time that salt can affect your blood pressure is in the presence of dehydration, meaning that when you're not drinking enough water, then salt can be a problem. You got to get that. You got to get that. It's not salt, it's sugar. That's why people, they can't get over, how much better they are. Their circulation, their ankles are this big. And they're swelling in their legs. And, I said, man, circulation gets affected by sugar. It's the first thing that goes south. It's sugar, man. It's sugar. Sugar rots everything. That's the title. Sugar rots everything. Think of it. Your eyes? Ask a diabetic. And again, I just remind you, 93% of the population are on the sugar road. They're on the carb road. It's a broad road that leads to destruction. Okay? There's a verse in the Bible that says, there is a way that seems right unto man, but the end thereof is the ways of death. It seems right to be on the road of carbs. Oh, I need carbs. And it's all moderation. It must be true because everybody's saying it, even the gurus. You know, how many times a week do I see on our Facebook private group or whatever, Dr. Martin, I'm confused. I'm confused. My doctor says my cholesterol is high. I'm confused. You tell me don't worry about it. My doctor said I should have, eat in moderation. My dietitian tells me to eat in moderation. And, you need all these grains. Grains and cereals are at the foundation of the pyramid. I said, nah, take them off the pyramid. They don't belong there at all. Grains, Dr. How am I going to live without grains? You can. And you have a little bit, on the top of the pyramid up here, they allow you a little bit of chicken and a few eggs and maybe a little slice of cheese once in a while. They got it wrong. The food pyramid is upside down. I know, it goes against the grain, but I'm telling you, it's how your body operates. And that's why 30 days of no sugar, you have no idea how good that is for you. You have no idea. Your pancreas, we didn't even talk about that, but let's talk about it for a minute. Why do you think today we see so much pancreatic cancer? Overuse. Your pancreas, it's constantly, with this nonsense about we need to snack and to eat every few hours and, keep that engine going. So give it fuel you know what? And then especially the wrong fuel. I mean, the pancreas is being destroyed by sugar. It has to respond. Your pancreas has to respond to food, but to sugar. If people insist on eating sugar and eating crappy carbs that turn to sugar rapidly, your pancreas has no choice. It's got to do its job. Your pancreas is smarter than any nutritionist you've ever met. You know why? Because your pancreas, if you insist on eating carbs, a piece of bread, Dr. Martin, it's 50 grain. It's brown bread. It's whole wheat. It's oat bran. It's sourdough. I don't care. I don't care. It's going to be sugar, and your pancreas is smarter than the average bear. What is your pancreas going to do? Sugar. Bread turns to sugar in 5 seconds. Sugar. Come here. Can't stay there. Can't park in the bloodstream. You can't. Out. Get out. Out of the bloodstream. All day long for most people. All day long. You see, they have a piece of bread, and people don't realize it. They have a piece of bread, and they go, Dr. Martin, I am getting my fiber. Boy, my generation and my parents' generation, fiber. I'm getting my fiber. brought to you by Kellogg's. Like, cereal companies. You think they're stupid? They're not stupid. They go, we got to get people eating cereal, so I got to have my fiber. So I'm having a 12-grain bagel. And I just had my cereal. Your pancreas, which is smarter than us, says, okay, if you insist on eating that, all of that turned to sugar in nanoseconds. And I must do my job. Your pancreas will release insulin, and insulin tells sugar, get the heck out of the bloodstream. Can't stay there. You're going to destroy the blood vessels. Your body knows that. Imagine that. And here we have a whole segment of medicine. Oh, every dietitian I've ever met, and 99% of the nutritionists that I've ever met, they all don't get it. They didn't get the body's memo. You only have to understand simple physiology, but they forget it. They don't see it because they're thinking fiber and they think red meat's bad. When you have a steak, listen to me, you know what your pancreas is doing? It's whistling. It's on a break. It's going, I've never felt so good. I'm getting a rest. That's what your pancreas is doing. When you eat the right fuel, you have an egg and bacon. And your pancreas goes, boy, I got nothing to do today. I'm not used to not working. Because that's what insulin's got to do its job. If you insist on eating carbs, I don't care if it's full of fiber or not. It's going to be sugar. That's how your body works, my friend. It's just the way it works. And I always tell people, the proof is in the pudding. Use your eyeballs and look what's happening to the world today. Because the world has been duped. Cholesterol, bad. Fat is bad. Steak is bad. Bacon is bad. Eggs, bad. Be careful. Have 1 or 2 a week. I remember a doctor, one of my patients, they said, okay, I'm going to allow you 2 eggs a week. A week. They came back to my office and I said, no. He might have said that, but you need to eat 2 eggs at every meal. That's what I want you to do. Guys, I'm telling you. So the simple answer is this. Get rid of sugar in your life. You don't need any of it. You know, I'm not telling you you'll never have another piece of cake. I'm not saying it. But just understand it. Don't fool yourself. You don't need it. You'll never need it. And this will never change. It's the way it is. It's the way your body operates. And I'm sorry if it offends people. I'm sorry it offended you. But I meant it. I doubled down on it. I talked to someone yesterday. They said, you really mean it? When the eggs, meat, and cheese, did you really mean it? Am I not going to have a heart attack? No. You're actually protecting your heart. Okay. I'm breathing. Honest. Okay, guys. We got a great week coming. Okay? We got a great week coming. So, send in your questions for Friday. Question and answer Friday. We love Fridays, don't we? Okay? TGIF. Because it's question and answer Friday. Okay. Guys, we love you. We'll talk to you soon.